All local, all morning. You're watching Fox 61 Morning News.
First at 6, officers in Hartford investigating after 2 people were shot on Madison Avenue, and that's in the city's West End. We'll tell you what we know about the victims' conditions this morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. We're glad you're starting off your day here with us at Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus. I'm Erica Arias.
And I'm Bridget Bureau. Halfway through the work week, it was a hot one. Yesterday, we broke a record, if you couldn't tell, and only in Connecticut. Rachel, could we go from this brutal winter we've been having to this, the record warmth?
I know.
Yeah.
And then
flurries maybe tomorrow.
Snow, rain and snow showers. So I guess it just depends on, what day it is. The saying goes, if you don't like the weather in New England, just wait a minute. Temperatures yesterday got up to around 79 for areas inland. That smashed the old record set back to just 10 years ago at 72 degrees. Now on our satellite and radar picture, we are scanning the state with mostly quiet conditions now. Back off to the west, this dynamic system, so this front, this boundary between the colder stuff well to the west and also the warmer stuff, which is what we're experiencing now. And we are going to get more in the way of some rainfall as we head through the evening tonight and into tomorrow. While there could be a few showers around later on today, it looks like the bulk of the precipitation is going to hold off until this evening and overnight. Temperature wise, we are warmer than this time yesterday. It is a very comfortable start to our morning, 4 to about 15 degrees warmer. A lot of us are sitting in the 40s to near 50 now. At 44 in Hartford, 39 though in Willimantic, but 50 degrees in Chester. Seems like New Milford also at 50. So planning your morning, I think we're going to start off with some bonus sunshine. Into the afternoon, the clouds begin to increase. It's not all that bad, though. Temperatures will move to around 60 to about 62 degrees this afternoon, a little bit cooler at the shore. So 53 in Milford, but 62 in Hamden, 66 in Hartford, 67 degrees in Middletown, the upper 50s from Montville into Waterford, 54 degrees over in southeastern Connecticut. Then as we head through the day tomorrow, you'll notice that our numbers tomorrow morning starting off in the 50s. And don't let this high temperature deceive you. It's actually going to start off rather warm tomorrow, and then over time we are going to see those falling numbers will really settle into the 30s and 40s for the afternoon tomorrow. Beyond that, colder numbers. We'll have more details on that coming up in just a bit. Here at 6:02, we are following our standard delays over in Fairfield County, but we don't have any incidents to alert you to here. So over in Fairfield now on 95, you can see some brake lights there, which is pretty typical for this hour. So Bridgeport into Fairfield is around 11 minutes. It looks nice and smooth from Trumbull into Westport at about a 15-minute drive. Bridget and Erica.
All right, Rachel, thanks. 6:03 now, and this is developing news this morning. A double shooting on Madison Avenue in Hartford yesterday continues this week's string of violent crime in the capital city.
The latest crime stats show violent crime in Hartford is on the rise compared to last year. The 2 people who were shot last night are in the hospital. We're checking in with Fox 61's Glenn Kittle this morning. He's live in Hartford. Glenn, what do we know about the victims this morning?
Yeah, good morning, Bridget, Erica. Those violent crime stats heading in the wrong direction this morning after that double shooting. What we know so far right now is that the 2 men involved in this are men in their 30s, and one of them was taken to the hospital with some serious injuries and is listed in critical condition. The other was also hurt, but it was not seriously hurt as far as what we know from police so far. We visited Madison Avenue this morning and saw 3 police officers posted by the street where the investigation was taking place. We're told police arrived on the scene at around 6:30 yesterday evening after being alerted to a shot spotter activation. Police found both the gunshot victims and sent them to the hospital. Now this shooting comes after back-to-back homicides in Hartford. The first on Sunday night when Otahu Holder barricaded himself inside the Washington Street apartment of 75-year-old Linda Anthony. Police responded to a wellness check call from a neighbor. When they finally got into the apartment, they found the 75-year-old dead with serious head injuries. Now, just 24 hours after that, another killing, this time on Allen Place. 42-year-old Christopher Shannon was found shot in the middle of the street. He was brought to the hospital and ended up dying from his injuries. Now, according to the most recent crime stats out there, as of February 28th, 3 people had been shot and killed compared to 2 this time last year. And the number of people involved in non-fatal shootings has increased 140% with year-to-date totals rising from 5 last year to 12 this this year. Now, investigations are still underway for the shooting that happened on Monday evening, as well as this most recent shooting on Tuesday night. We're going to continue to bring you the latest updates from there, but police are asking for the public's help. They're saying anybody with any information should call their Hartford police tip line. Live in Hartford, Glenn Kittle, Fox 61.
All right, Glenn, thanks so much for the update. Appreciate that. Not going in the right direction. Well, one person is dead after a single vehicle crash last night in Windsor Locks. This happened on Main Street near the intersection of Chestnut Street. The victim's name has not been released at this time. Police say the road has reopened, though. And authorities are still looking into the cause of an explosion that destroyed a home in Bloomfield. We're told that a person died in that explosion, but their identity hasn't been released yet. Bloomfield's mayor tells us that the victim once ran for city office and will be deeply missed. A neighbor who lives in the area says their heart goes out to the victim's family.
I just heard a big explosion, and I'd seen a lot of smoke just going up in there. But I heard it, and I looked up, and I seen everything happening. And the house was just gone. It was, I don't know where they got all that debris from. It was flat.
While police say no other homes were impacted, neighbors have told us that their windows were blown out during the explosion, and also there was debris scattered along the street and in neighbors' yards.
6:06 happening today. One of the 3 people charged in connection with the death of an 11-year-old girl in New Britain is scheduled to appear in court. Jonathan Anita is facing several charges, including felony murder in the death of Jacqueline Mimi Torres Garcia. Her remains were found in a container last October. The child's mother, Carla Garcia, also faces charges including murder. Meantime, the girl's aunt, Jacqueline Leanne Garcia, faces charges including intentional cruelty to a child, first-degree unlawful restraint, and risk of injury to a child. 4 people were hurt, one of them critically, after a series of crashes in Ansonia. Police say on Sunday someone reported their car was hit by a Jeep at the intersection of Bridge Street and West Main Street. Police say the Jeep continued on to hit 2 more cars and a pole before catching fire at the intersection of Pershing Drive and Division Street. Police say all 4 people inside the Jeep were hurt. One person is in critical condition this morning, we're told, with serious head and neck injuries. We still don't know what led up to the crashes. Anyone with information is asked to call Ansonia Police.
Hampton police are investigating a motorcycle crash that sent one person to the hospital. Officers say it happened just before 3:30 yesterday afternoon near the intersection of Batty and State Street. Police say the motorcyclist was taken to the hospital, but no word on their injuries this morning. If you have any information about what happened, if you saw the crash, please contact Hampton Police.
And at 6:08 happening today, Governor Ned Lamont is expected to give an update on Connecticut's clean slate law. It erases certain low-level criminal offenses from people's records if they have completed their sentences and stayed crime-free for several years. This law was signed in 2021. State leaders say the goal is to help remove barriers to jobs, education, and housing opportunities. The update is scheduled for 1 p.m. today in the state's emergency services headquarters. That's in Middletown. And at the Capitol, bus drivers around the state say they want more protection while on the job. They are calling on lawmakers to pass a bill that would put a safety barrier on public transit buses. The union that represents the drivers explained just one situation that workers deal with.
People that are literally having putting urine in water bottles. They throw the urine on you.
He also says assaults are too common on buses operated by the state, and sometimes it comes down to life or death situations.
6:09 right now, and officers in Granby had to put down a rabid raccoon, and now they've sent out an important reminder for everyone. Fox 61's Tim Latow has their message.
Granby police officers say they humanely dispatched a rabid raccoon here on Fawn Lane on Monday. The virus is easily transmitted, so police say to be extra vigilant when it comes to wild animals.
This is a great neighborhood. Everybody's close. Everybody has dogs.
South Granby is a dog owner's dream. Quiet walks in the morning and large yards are the perfect place for pups. but this week dog owners like Meryl Fry are on alert after a raccoon tested positive for rabies.
I'm out walking my dog at like 6 a.m. every day, so it's a little, disconcerting, right, to think about something like that.
Police say they got the call Monday about a raccoon that appeared to be sick. They humanely killed the animal and sent it for testing. Rabies is an easily transmitted virus, so Sergeant Michael Joseph with the Granby Police Department says it's possible there are more rabid animals in the area.
Also a sign of it would be walking around in circles, letting them come close to you, or signs of aggression. So we encourage everybody, if you see a raccoon that's acting strangely, please contact the police department, let us investigate it, don't go near it.
But cases of rabies are rare, with fewer than 40 cases typically recorded every year by the Connecticut Department of Public Health. Sergeant Joseph emphasizes that most raccoons are not dangerous, and not all sick animals have rabies. Still, he says people should get their pets vaccinated and to be on the lookout going forward.
Be cognizant of your kids outside, make sure that they stay away from wildlife, domestic animals, those are our pets. Wildlife out there is wildlife.
That's something Dominic D'Angelo and his family plan to do when they go on long walks and play fetch with their dogs.
Watch your dogs so they don't get bit or anything when they go outside.
The Granby Police Department will hold its annual rabies vaccine clinic for pets this spring. In Granby, Tim Latow, Fox 61.
The U.S. military says it's taken out multiple Iranian naval vessels, including 16 mine layers near the Strait of Hormuz. Intelligence sources say Iran is layering mines in the strategic waterway, which carries about 1/5 of the entire world's crude oil. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps controls the strait, and President Donald Trump warned any mines should be removed immediately. This comes as the Pentagon says about 140 U.S. service members have been injured so far in Operation Epic Fury in the Middle East, including 8 seriously hurt. Most injuries, we're told, are minor, and more than 100 troops have returned to duty. To date, at least 7 U.S. troops have died.